for ERNEST Pargas. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing in the red corner, dressed in black, trimmed in white tassels on the trunks and the black shoes. He is fighting out of the north side gym in Albuquerque. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome for a young man who is 3-6 with 1 KO. Here is Rudy Lovato.
All right, fight fans, we're just about ready to get underway here with this 4-round bout scheduled for 4. These are welterweight professional fighters. You're looking at Rudy Bad Boy Lovato in the black trunks with the white trim. His opponent, ERNEST Pargas, out of Socorro, New Mexico. And we're just underway, round 1 here, coming to you from the State Fairgrounds, the Manuel Lujan building here at the Albuquerque State Fairgrounds. ERNEST Pargas, a very conventional, straightforward boxer. 0-1 as a professional. His first fight out, he fought current WBC Continental Americas champion Kenny Signorani out of Ohio. And that was a real tough way to start his career. And right now he'll be taking on crosstown rival Rudy Lovato. Rudy in the black trunks with the white fringe trim. Of course, and the two tie up and down goes both men. And referee Merv Nephew now will wipe off the gloves. Lovato 3-6 as a professional. Of course, he was an almost legendary kickboxer, turned to boxing. Scored a tremendous first-round knockout over Efren Granillo on ESPN a couple of years back. A big, just boom, concussion knockout, and he put the man just out of nowhere, out cold, and brought a lot of excitement. But since then, falling on some hard times, losing a couple of close fights, lost to Michael Powell up in Denver, and of course being stopped by Juan Baldwin on Prime Network. That was that fight taking place at the Kiva Auditorium here in Albuquerque. And now he's been off for a while, and he comes back to face ERNEST Pargas. Now you see Rudy Lovato trying to kind of stay on the outside and control things. Pargas now sticks a right hand to the body. Of course, as you saw in our opening interview, Rudy Lovato a few years back, 1993, involved in that big brawl at Roller West, where the two fighters kind of lost control and all heck broke loose. The other fighter was giving a small fine and a warning to his trainer for that incident. And Rudy Lovato, I believe, got the win on disqualification, as the other side was disqualified. You see the both men now trying to establish the jab. Oh, and a good right hand, solid to the chin of ERNEST Pargas. Of course, Lovato in that tremendous fight against Steve Hindy a few years back. That one going to a decision, a unanimous decision for Steve Hindy. Rudy was dropped several times in that fight, and he made a charge at the end, and the final round came on real strong. A lot of people telling me that if the fight had been scheduled for more rounds, that it could have gone Rudy's way, but Steve Hindy winning pretty handily in that fight. And right now you see Rudy Lovato just going to work with combinations, and he sends ERNEST Pargas down to the canvas, and he'll take the mandatory 8 count. Rudy Lovato going to the neutral corner. Referee Merv Nephew, and it was right at the bell, so Pargas went down right before the bell sounded. And of course, in the state of New Mexico, he must take a mandatory 8 count after the knockdown. So ERNEST Pargas losing that round. I got it 10-8 in my book for Rudy Lovato. I think Rudy would have won the round as it was, and then he scores the knockdown to just add another point to the scoring. And you see his trainers there, Henry and I on the outside of the ring. And his men are trying to get Pargas patched up and ready to go out here. Not too good of a way to start, and there you see Joe Torrieta working the corner for Rudy Lovato. And this side likes what they saw that first round. Rudy pretty well establishing the fight the way he wants it to go, and then punctuating things with a a knockdown at the end coming off of a combination. So Rudy Lovato looking pretty sharp here. He's been off for a while and just became a father, and it looks like things are going good for him now, and he's going to try to make another run at it. You're watching the 8-Count Boxing Hour here on Community Cable Channel 27 in Albuquerque. Albuquerque's only local boxing show, and I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Dan Cisneros at ringside. And right now you're looking at two New Mexico fighters. Ernie Pargas now charging in on the attack right above us here. Pargas trying to get a little bit aggressive and maybe try to get something back in the scoring here as he got off to a real bad start there in that opening round. Of course, coming up a little later, Sean McLean, Rio Rancho's Irish Sean McLean, making his comeback, the former IBC Cruiserweight champion, taking on Martin Lopez out of El Paso, Texas. And that fight will be our main event tonight, but right now you're looking at Rudy Lovato and Ernie Pargas. Rudy looking very relaxed in the ring right now. He definitely looks like the man who's in control. Of course, Ernie Pargas looking for his first pro win, so he might be a little bit tighter here, a little stiff, really anxious to get that first win under his belt. Again, Lovato now slipping those punches, making Pargas miss. And Rudy Lovato looking real calm and real confident in the ring right now. Of course, Rudy training now at the Northside Gym, formerly the Hideout Boxing Club, but now the Northside Boxing Program, trained by Joe Torrieta. And one of his main sparring partners, Marty Maestas, another professional out of New Mexico, telling me that Rudy was in pretty good shape for this fight, and he expected Rudy to win this one. There was an odds sheet that someone printed up here floating around ringside that had this fight, I believe it had Ernie Pargas as a 2-to-1 favorite in this fight. And boy, right now it sure doesn't look like it, as Rudy is pretty well in control of this fight. Rudy has not been hurt. Pargas has been down once, and it looks like his eye is starting to puff up now. His face showing the wear and tear. Oh man, a big right hand gets in from Lovato, and then he follows it up with a combination to the body. And Rudy Lovato now making Pargas miss. Pargas having a hard time finding Rudy. So Lovato to this point looking real sharp. People at ringside were not too sure how Rudy would look after the long layoff. But he seems to have a new enthusiasm about boxing, and so far he's looking real nice, really controlling this fight well. Again, Lovato coming in behind that jab and then comes back with the right hands now. Oh, and a big right hand to the head. And down goes Ernie Pargas now for the second time in this bout. And again, it's right towards the end of the round. And he's up at 6, but he has to take the mandatory 8 count. And again, it was right at the bell. So 2 knockdowns scored by Rudy Lovato now, and we've got him way ahead now in this bout scheduled for 4. Pargas already getting into the area where he might need a knockout to win this fight. So Rudy Lovato jumping out to a big lead now, and you look into the corner, you can see Joe Torrieta giving some words of wisdom to his man, Rudy Lovato. And Rudy real calm, real confident. Looks like he has this one in the bag unless Ernie Pargas can come up with something big here. Of course, Joe Torrieta is the man that trained Albuquerque super middleweight Daniel Pitbull Perez for many years. And Joe Torrieta, the man who runs the boxing program at the South San Jose Community Center in Albuquerque. So we're just about ready to start the 3rd round, scheduled for 4. Rudy Lovato, you see there in the black trunks, Bad Boy written across the front of his waistband. And that's his nickname, Rudy Bad Boy Lovato. Rudy, a formerly world-ranked kickboxer, and now back starting up another campaign as a boxer. Ernie Pargas out of Socorro, New Mexico. The man has a lot of heart. He never gives up. Boy, he was in a real dogfight with Kenny Cigarani, who was one of Ray Boom Boom Mancini's fighters, and now holds the WBC Continental Americas title, still undefeated. Kenny Cigarani, a big prospect out of the state of Ohio. And, oh man, Rudy Lovato again lands the left hand. Rudy throwing jabs and combinations. Looks like a new man. Look at him go. Rudy Lovato now on the attack again from the outside and scoring to the body of Ernie Pargas. And Ernie Pargas' eye is just swelling up bad. And now a warning to Rudy from referee Merv Nephew for holding behind the head. Again, both men trying to establish the jab, but it's Rudy Lovato who has been much more successful in landing the jab. And you can see Rudy just making Pargas miss by an inch or two and then slipping around and coming back with shots, and now he goes to the body again. And Ernest Pargas is really taking a beating. Pargas, who's been down twice in this match, looking to land a big shot here and stop the attack of Rudy Lovato. Rudy's had things his way so far to this point in this match. And again, Lovato, oh man, he lands a shot to the face and then comes back with some body shots. For the third time in this match, Ernie Pargas is down. And oh, his nose is bleeding bad. He may have a broken nose here. Pargas just taking a beating. He's being tortured, and the referee is telling him, if you don't fire back, I've got to stop this one. And now you can see Rudy smelling blood in the water. There's a wicked, oh man, the body attack of Rudy Lovato. Pargas tries to answer back now, and Rudy just covers up and steps back. And Lovato has this man hurt. Oh man, a straight right puts Pargas down, and that'll be all for Ernie Pargas. A victory, an impressive victory for Albuquerque's Rudy Lovato. Man, you gotta like what you saw there. Body shots, combinations, the jab, movement. Rudy Lovato really doing a job on Ernie Pargas, putting him down 4 times, probably breaking the man's nose and just busting him up. A real dominant winning effort for Rudy, the bad boy Lovato. And now let's get the announcement from KDEF 1150's own Henry Tafoya.
Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen,
How long have you been here?
the bout stopped at 2:24 of round 3. The winner by TKO, Albuquerque, Rudy Lovato.
Yeah, I respect. Stand in there.
And now, boxing fans, it's time for our